One last look at this amazing view. It's pretty early in the morning. We're already having to move on to the next place. But Lebanon has been so amazing so far. I'm sure the next place we go to is going to be just as cool as this one. We are leaving the coastal area and heading inland for the day. There are lots of ruins on schedule to visit, a Lebanese farm-to-table restaurant for lunch, as well as a local winery. I have to admit, I'm not really a wine drinker, but the tour guide promises that this is an experience not to be missed, as Lebanon has a reputation around this area that is on par with that of Napa Valley. And it's hard to see with the clouds, but those mountains over yonder would be Syria. Our first stop was to visit what is the largest carved stone in the world. This is what they call this, Stone of the Pregnant Woman. It has something to do with how the rock quarry behind it gave birth to this massive stone, and it's the largest carved stone in the world now, coming in at nearly 1,000 tons. And they have these alleged funeral chambers. Oh yeah, okay. Oh, and all of those holes over there are actually homes for the slaves. Each slave got their own room, and then they had their bed in the middle here. This was a 3-person home. The next place is the location of some of the most impressive ruins I've ever gotten to visit. We begin with the Temple of Jupiter, dedicated to the Roman god Zeus. This place is known for the monster 20-meter-high columns, some of which still stand today, an aspect that proved useful back when it was converted to a fortress. Walking around here, you can only imagine what this must have looked like when it was fully intact, like what this colorful marble represented.
Largest Roman temple honoring the most important Roman god. It just follows mythology.
And right next to the Temple of Jupiter is this absolutely intact, basically 1/3 scaled down version of Jupiter Temple. This temple was dedicated to orgies. And that's the one that's still standing. Wow. Like what?
Symbol of wine, like
Grapes.
Bacchus, the god of wine and party. And you have the dancing women, which were the women who caused this orgy party kind of fun.
You also see the carvings of eagles in the ceiling there, which is the symbol of the Roman Empire. Within the claws of those eagles was the scepter of Mercury, the god of commerce and trade. It's fascinating to see how they have all the different gods represented in some way. I cannot even begin to imagine what this looked like when it was new. It's amazing as it is now.
Almost evenly split, like directly.
Time for our farm-to-table lunch. We were welcomed with some special meat pies to try. Lamb meat pie is quite lovely. It's delicious. Oh yeah. All the dishes going down. These would be my lamb chops with coriander chutney.
It might be the sauce that.
Yeah, my food was so delicious that I didn't even think to record my thoughts on it. It was absolutely worth it. Probably the freshest lamb I've ever had. Now we're going to be at the ruins of Anjar. Cannot believe how many Roman ruins are in Lebanon. The ruins of Anjar are from a unique Umayyad period, where the city served as a midway point for several capital cities in the area, like Beirut and Damascus. What's most interesting is that the city's construction was never fully completed, and that the ruins were only recently discovered in the 1940s, meaning that excavation and analysis is still fairly fresh and new.
Other segments of society not allowed. And for Portuguese guys, because of the.
Welcome to the winery, and wow, it really had some good vibes going. We got quite the rundown of not only the kinds of wine he makes, but also a liqueur that is unique to this area. This guy really knew his stuff, and it was really easy for a non-wine enthusiast to appreciate his craft with the passion he shared it with.
Look down, and you have to see the roots of the vine on the sides of the flask, which is an M.
It's like 7 from wine, but it's like 7.
Cheers.
It's like 49 before. And when you mix it,
Reminds me of absinthe. It is such an ambiance to this place. We are spending the night in the town of Zale, the only place that has enjoyed its own independent electrical power from the rest of the country. This means we shouldn't have to worry about any rolling blackouts. Seriously, the accommodations in Lebanon continue to surprise me. This is all budget. I have this huge room with a gorgeous chandelier and the fanciest bathroom that I have had on this entire trip, probably. Balcony. Oh my gosh, I get to walk right onto this terrace. I'm really surprised at how nice the rooms I've gotten to experience have been at the budget traveler level I've been going at all my trips. Time for bed. I'll see you in the next one.